Hello, welcome to this episode of Sports Bets for Free. My name's Scott Jenkins, your host. Just a local sports bettor here in Phoenix, Arizona, and hopefully today with our picks and your picks, it's going to be another profitable day for you. Tuesday, Sunday, April 21st, MLB bets. Okay, great. I guess Tuesday and Sunday keep going together, whether I want them to or not. Welcome to the show. If this is your first time, first of all, welcome. Just a reminder, we do bet or fade or follow four teams: Dodgers, Orioles, Royals, Cubs. Due to the fact that there are so many baseball games, and unfortunately we don't have a staff of 50 keep it up. Therefore, we do limit ourselves to the four. We found out over the years the best way for us to be profitable. We will give you some leans and plays we would have on other games as well, but the four games are four teams primarily what we're in. So two of them are playing each other, the Orioles and Royals going up against it again for the third game of the set. So we'll have three games that we're going to be focused on. We'll get through the schedule and then go through all the bets in those games that we're on. So first game up, 10:36 out here in Phoenix. We got 1:36 Eastern time, Tampa Bay, New York Yankees, game 3 of the set. Rays get a 2-0 win in extras as nobody could score until the 10th. Rays are a dog here with Savali pitching against Gill. We really like Savali as a pitcher. We tend to ride him any chance we can get when the Rays come in our action. So we would lean towards the Rays there to take the second game, or to win the rubber game of the series. Next game up, Astros, Nationals, same time frame, 10:36 out here in Phoenix, 1:36 Eastern time. Third game of the set, Astros are pitching Christian Javier versus Parker. And this one, Dog Day Sunday, is the only reason we'd probably take the Nationals here, but we'd probably roll with the Nationals. Javier is nothing that's been fantastic lately. And then C.J. Abrams is on an absolute tear for the Nationals as well. So we would ride with the Nationals in that one. Should be getting good plus money on that one, right around plus 160-ish or so. Next game up, same time frame as well, 10:36 out here in Phoenix, 1:36 Eastern time. Phillies, White Sox, game 3 of the set. Nola pitching against Nastrini. Nastrini did an excellent job against the Royals his first time out. But remember, he's an 8 ERA guy from the International League. I understand the Phillies are a 275 favorite. They normally put bad teams away. We expect them to do the same. Maybe a little bit more comfortable laying the 1.5 on the run line. At minus 125, a little bit better way to go. Next game up, A's, Guardians, 10:41 out here in Phoenix, 1:41 Eastern time. Stripling versus BB in this one. The A's have been, the Guardians kind of having their way with them a little bit. Expect the A's to put, the pitching matchup I think kind of favors Stripling in the A's a little bit in this one here. We probably have to roll with the A's at that plus 150-ish number there in that particular game. Next game up, Frankie Montas and Mr. Soriano at 10:41 out here in Phoenix again, 1:41 Eastern time. If I could talk today in this episode, that would be fantastic probably for all of you out there. Montas and the Reds, $1.26 favorite roughly against Soriano. We like the Reds. We think the Angels are one of the worst teams out there. So we would lean heavily Reds this one. I will tell you this, with Montas and Soriano pitching, that total of 9 is definitely in jeopardy, going over in that game as well, but definitely lean in Reds. Next game up, Orioles, 11:11 out here in Phoenix, 2:11 Eastern time. So two of the teams that we fade or follow. Royals about $1.15 to $1.20 favorite. Cole Irvin and the Orioles going off at about even money. Seth Lugo has pitched extremely well and has stayed injury-free, knock on wood, so far for the Royals. We're all over the Royals in this particular matchup here, as they just faced Cole Irvin and won the last time they played him in that one. So we're going to take Royals money line, minus 1.5, 2.5, and 3.5 on the run line. Over the 4.5 team total for the Royals. Royals minus a half a run, first 3, 5, and 7 innings. And then player prop wise, we're going to be on Bobby Witt, home run, double. Over hits, runs, RBIs, 2+ total bases, 3+ total bases, and 2+ hits. Salvador Perez also hitting over 400 against Irvin and double-digit at bats. So Perez home run double, over 1.5 hits, runs, RBIs, 2+ total bases, 3+ total bases, and 2+ hits. It's really simple. Cole Irvin can't help himself but to give up at least a 3 spot during his 4 to 5 innings worth of work. Royals tend to take advantage of those type of pitchers, especially at home. Not necessarily. Sometimes on the road they get a little quiet with the bats, but against that left-handed pitcher, Cole Irvin, expect the Royals to put up some numbers in this one. So one more time, the bets in that Royals-Orioles matchup. Royals money line -1.5, 2.5, and 3.5 on the run line. Royals over the 4.5 team total. Royals -0.5 run, first 3, 5, and 7 innings. Bobby Witt, homer, double, over hits, runs, RBIs, 2+ total bases, 3+ total bases, 2+ hits. Perez, homer, double, over 1.5 hits, runs, RBIs, 2+ total bases, 3+ total bases, and 2+ hits. So let's get to the next game up. 11-11, same time. Tigers, Twins. Third game of the set here. Mize versus Varland. I'll be really honest with you. I was kind of shocked that the total's only 8.5. I understand both teams struggle to score, but both of these pitchers tend to give up a lot of runs. It's a toss-up, I think, game-wise in this one, but we do like that total probably over 8.5 in that one there. We will lean that way. Next game up, 11-16 out here in Phoenix, 2:16 Eastern Time. Brewers, Cardinals, Sonny Gray pitching against Colin Rea. The Brewers have smacked some runs against the Cardinals. They beat up Mikolas on Saturday. I think maybe they struggle a little bit more to score against the Cardinals in this one. We'd probably lean Cardinals, even though they're about a $1.60 favorite in that one. I just think the pitching matchup really outweighs it. Next game up, 11-21 out here in Phoenix, 2:21 Eastern Time. Marlins, Cubs. Cabrera pitching against Kyle Hendricks. Kyle Hendricks has sucked dog doo-doo. But the Marlins aren't really that good and can't score a ton of runs. They are offensively challenged, to say the least, in this one. So what do we expect to happen? We expect some scoring in this game. We think the Cubs are going to probably have to score 6 or 7 to get this win here, but maybe Hendricks can keep this lineup quiet since they don't have a lot of bats. And the Cubs are a slight favorite here, about $1.20, $1.25 favorite. So we'll take the Cubs money line, -1.5, 2.5, 3.5 on the run line. Cubs over the 4.5 team, Cubs over the team total. Cubs -0.5 run, first 3, 5, and 7 innings. And then we're going to take a couple of lefties against Cabrera. Bellinger's had a little bit of success. Bush only faced him once. So Bellinger home run, double, over 1.5 hits, runs, RBIs, 2+ total bases, 3+ total bases, and 2+ hits. Michael Bush, homer, double, over 1.5 hits, runs, RBIs, 2+ total bases, 3+ total bases, 4+ total bases, and 2+ hits in that one. So one more time, we're thinking there should be some scoring, I think, on both sides. We just hope Hendricks can limit the Marlins to 2 to 3 runs. So we'll take the Cubs money line, -1.5, 2.5, 3.5 on the run line. Cubs over the team total. Cubs -0.5 run, first 3, 5, and 7 innings. Bellinger homer, Bellinger double, Bellinger over 1.5 hits, runs, RBIs, over 1.5 total bases, 3+ total bases, and 2+ hits. Michael Bush home run, double, over 1.5 hits, runs, RBIs, 2+ total bases, 3+ total bases, 4+ total bases, and 2+ hits. Next game up, Mariners, Rockies, 12-11 out here in Phoenix, so 3:11 Eastern Time. George Kirby, Cole Quantrill. This one's a tough one, I think, for us here. The Mariners are almost a $2 favorite, which I can't see. I know Quantrill hasn't pitched that great. Kirby's definitely pitched better than he has so far this season, but I can't lay $2 with the Mariners in anything. The way that they've been playing. So we would take the Rockies here, slight lean, +164 money in that one. Next game up, San Francisco Giants and the Diamondbacks. At 1:06 out here in Phoenix, 4:06 Eastern Time. Giants, realistic, about a $1.12 favorite. Merrill Kelly, Jordan Hicks. Jordan Hicks has pitched pretty well as a starter versus his reliever days. Merrill Kelly's pitched well all season long. Totals at 7.5. There has been a boatload of runs scored in this series already. I would lean towards the under 7.5 in that one, as I think the getaway day, maybe a little bit quieter day. Next game up, 111 out here in Phoenix, 4:11 Eastern time. Dodgers at home against the Mets. I think the Mets have figured out what to do with the Dodgers, and it's called walk the top of the lineup as much as you possibly can and get the rest of the guys out. Dodgers with Glasnow pitching, not quite sure on the. I think it's going to be Hauser for the Mets. Dodgers are a $2.40 favorite in this one. They have played absolute dog shit this whole week. They lost 2 out of 3 to the Nationals. They're getting beat up by the Mets. That being said, we got to roll with the Dodgers here. Dodgers money line -1.5, 2.5, 3.5. Over the 4.5 team total. Dodgers minus a half a run first 3 and 5 innings. -1.5 runs the front 7. We're on Ohtani and Freeman again. Ohtani homer, double, over 2.5 hits, runs, RBIs, 2+ total bases, 3+ total bases, 2+ hits. Freddie Freeman, home run, double, over 1.5 hits, runs, RBIs, 2+ total bases, 3+ total bases, and 2+ hits. This game, like I said, is tough, but I mean, Glasnow is pitching. If anybody can get him some extended innings, the problem's been a couple different things. Number one, when they get walked a bunch at the top of the lineup, the guys 4 through 6, or when Will Smith's not playing, but Will Smith's playing 5 through 7, they can't get any timely hits to drive some runs home. So therefore, they've been stranded a bunch of runners on that one. The second part is defensively. Mookie Betts making errors. Gavin Lux has been making. They're making fielding errors all over the place, which doesn't help. And that pitching staff stays out there. And thirdly, that bullpen is absolute hot garbage. The Brusbit dude or whatever for the Dodgers, he needs to be gone. Like, you have to have some sort of arms in the minors. I think fresh arms that you can bring up to pitch in the bullpen. I would think you have to. I mean, if this is all they've got, the Dodgers are not making the World Series. I mean, they'll probably win the West because, the West seems to, pretty much part the Red Sea for them every season. But they're not winning the World Series the way it's currently constructed. So expect them to either make a move or bring up some new arms or something. But that bullpen's been garbage. We'll give you those bets. We'll give you those Dodgers bets one more time. So Dodgers money line. -1.5, 2.5, 3.5 on the run line. Dodgers over the 4.5 team total. Dodgers minus a half a run first 3 and 5 innings, -1.5 runs in the first 7. Ohtani homer, double, over 2.5 hits, runs, RBIs, 2+ total bases, 3+ total bases, and 2+ hits. Freeman, same thing, homer, double, over 1.5 hits, runs, RBIs, 2+ total bases, 3+ total bases, 2+ hits. Next game up. 111 as well out here in Phoenix, 4:11 Eastern time. Blue Jays against the Padres. Musgrove against Chris Bassett in this one. Padres slight favorite, about $1.24 favorite in this one. I'll be really honest, Musgrove has absolutely struggled in this, so we would roll with the Blue Jays and take a little bit of plus money there. Should be like plus 105 to 110 in that range. Next game up, and this is the Sunday night baseball game, even though there is a doubleheader, second game behind it. That would be the Rangers and the Braves. Michael Lorenzen versus Vines. And that one there, Atlanta at home. Atlanta about a $1.54 favorite. Lorenzen pitched just fine in the last game. Too many walks, but other than that, pitched well. The Rangers are a plus 130 here. Vines has not done anything to be a $1.50 favorite in this one. We would roll with the slight lean towards the Rangers in that one. And then we get to the 5:11 game out here in Phoenix, 8:11 Eastern time, second half of the doubleheader. Mariners, Rockies, Hancock versus Lambert. Both of these dudes have just gotten rocked all season long. Total at 11. To be really honest, the Mariners are only a $1.50 favorite in this one. It all depends on what happens in the first game, is the way I would look at it. If the Rockies win the first game, I'd take the Mariners. If the Mariners win the first game, I'd take the Rockies. Don't see either of these teams capable of a doubleheader sweep. So at the end of every show that we do, and in our channels on TikTok and YouTube, you will see a link to our Google Sheets. It'll read docs.google.spreadsheet, docs.google.com/spreadsheet. Just click into that link. That'll get you into our betting ledger. This is a ledger of all of our bets, what juice we got those at, how many units we bet, also what book we place them at, then obviously the result once the game's over. So if you're looking for these baseball bets, obviously they're all there. If you're looking for basketball bets with the NBA playoffs going on right now, if you're looking for Formula One bets, UFL bets, NFL draft bets, they're all going to be there. That is your best reference guide for all the plays that we have. We have a ton. As usual, we are volume better, to say the least. So that the Google Sheets and spreadsheets, that'll be your best reference point for us as we go through a ton of bets as we go through these episodes with you. So make sure you do check those out when you get some time. And as always, if you could subscribe and get notifications to our YouTube channel or TikTok channel, makes life really simple to find us once you either follow or subscribe. And if you want to make life even easier, turn those notifications on for TikTok, YouTube, X, whichever it may be. I'll let you know Sports Bets for Free has dropped a new episode of bets. Give you plenty of time to match them up with your bets and give you that ton of confidence you need heading to the betting app or betting window. I do appreciate everybody's support as always, and we look forward to seeing you in the next episode.